Yeah, all right, so that's a good feedback. A negative look inside the action that's taken by the police group that goes off and corner around the special. So now you get to have the dog over there. Depending on the noise sensitivity, go off like this disrupt the animal itself. Yeah, so they're gonna do that infinitely to go off like do a sensory issue, and then depending on how much they crank the engine, that's gonna disrupt the animal's health on the special. The last time I wanted to record in Thailand, well, like I'll go off and actually capture it when they do the back stuff on the special. You get to see the dog. The dog is so like so affected by the noise. Like you tell that the noise itself make the dog uncomfortable. If it's the sensitivity to his hearing on the special. So then the dog left his own house on the special to then go off and go in a space where like the noise will become less and less on the special. So another term of animal cruelty done by the owner over here to release the dogs on the special intentionally to go off and bark. As I recorded the other animal on the special being hit by like a noise issue on the special. I tell you, all these people are mentally ill that believe in like superstition on the special, but at the same time they do it for like popularity of an internet trend like the Benadryl challenge, man, stuff like that. Yeah. These dogs ain't bark, man. They're too domesticated. Just that the owner, yeah, will go off and abuse the animal. The same way that the other one will go off and abuse the child. Because some of them are like drug dealers that work for the feds as like informants, man, especially. So when they do their things around the community and stuff like that, they go off and they exploit the children and the animals around the special, and then they ruin the entire neighborhood. And then eventually they see that dog barking over here, myself. That's due to like noise issues, man, especially. So all that stuff that I record, I post it over social media to go off and I counter they claim over here into whatever they're doing over here is fun for humanity or not. You have to display the side effect of it into like how dangerous it is for like children and animals, and then eventually they can never win the media world. The media narrative as like being good people, man, especially. These are just like trashy adults. Yeah, that's found a reason to go off and act like children on the special, and then law enforcement and the mayor and the other groups on the government itself over politics encourage them to then go off and like make the entire space nasty for everybody on the special. Some people are not in on it. Some people don't even know what's going on the special. But yet still they go off and take the initiative to go off and waste that resource and that money to then go off and make the entire neighborhood and the entire space ruin intentionally, just to go off and try to pin it on the person as if it was in the military system or like a private pal. Yeah, dog. So somebody they punish everybody else on you specifically just to go off and make a point into morphing specials up. Right. So I said that exact type of stuff that I record, and then by the time we make inside a call, so I'll be like, yo, here's the crap over there in front of you, and like, what is your point? I need to read that report to go off and determine what made you go off and like assault innocent people or ruin their day and their night, man, especially just because of the fact that I try to figure out, man. The only way I could figure this out is finally when we meet in the courthouse, and then my lawyer is going to pick up the police report and the investigation and go. I'll be like, yeah, here's the video, the garbage. Yeah, I said, I'm pretty sure inside the text over here, you're going to find a negative feedback from like race itself and stuff that's like mad dumb, and then eventually I get to win the case no matter what. Unusual punishment, privacy right violation, and then eventually all sorts of stuff that's like sadistic and narcissistic. And the people that assume that he was more mean and lean than me. That's all I'm like, yo, listen, I survived the military inside the regular military unit in the front lines and stuff. You cannot ever go off and like maybe curl up in the corner and cry like a child. Especially outside. I tell you, I'm a trained killer. Especially, I'm trained to look around my minds and go off and do my last mission. So I'm a kamikaze into your dumbass way. They say we're both playing chicken into my office. Especially, I tell you, I'm ahead of the race, and then coincidentally, the only thing I freaking complain about is that I work in the domain of technology that's like very profitable. And that parasite will get to like steal from me directly every single day into my office, specifically with no consequence whatsoever. So I'm like, okay, let me go off and make sure that your foot is still on the pedal, so you could race towards the cliff and go, yeah, missile to the face. That's my final verdict, death penalty, and that's on $25 to $50 million.